Life can indeed become quite complicated. We might find ourselves out of money, overwhelmed with pressures and responsibilities, or even heartbroken. But remember, you are not alone in this. Great thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius faced similar struggles. They encountered moments of sadness, loneliness, and pain, and felt undervalued. Even Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful leaders in the world, had his challenging times dealing with anxiety, frustrations, and doubts. But here's what he discovered: our thoughts have a significant impact on us. If we focus only on the negative and don't know how to handle problems, life can become even harder. That's why I want to show you something that might help. Today, we'll discuss 10 Stoic exercises that serve as remedies for anxiety, loneliness, and doubts. Let's learn together how to face these challenges. First remedy: be a better friend to yourself, not your own villain. There's an ancient story about this involving a Stoic sage named Demetrius of Alexandria. He was walking through the streets of Athens and overheard a man berating and cursing himself. Demetrius intervened and said, "Remember, you are not speaking to an enemy. Be kinder to yourself." This story illustrates how often we are our own worst critics, caught in cycles of negative thoughts that bring us down instead of lifting us up. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of being kind to ourselves, of becoming our own friends, and connecting with ourselves internally first. When Demetrius talks about being kind to oneself, he is suggesting offering understanding to oneself instead of getting lost in self-criticism. Undervaluing ourselves and diminishing our worth does not lead to growth or virtue. Instead, it traps us in negative patterns. The way we talk to ourselves is crucial. It's impossible to progress in life if we treat ourselves as fools or worthless. Kindness starts with our relationship with ourselves, recognizing our own humanity, and that includes overcoming anxiety. There are ways to manage this. For example, practice mindfulness by focusing on the present moment and avoiding worrying about the future. You might also try breathing techniques or relaxation exercises to calm your mind. Remember, you deserve kindness and compassion, especially from yourself. Before we proceed, I want to share something special with you. For this video to reach you, someone took the care to subscribe to our channel, like it, and leave a comment. By doing the same, you help us spread this mental clarity to many other people. So, go ahead, do your part too. It's free. Write down, "I will overcome anxiety." Second remedy: take time to care for your mental health. Seneca teaches us something valuable: it is crucial to nourish our mind, whether through outdoor walks or deep breaths. If we neglect this, we risk feeling worn out internally or excessively stressed. Tell me, what activity do you practice daily to take care of your mental health? These activities are not just physical exercises for the body, they are opportunities to move the body and at the same time calm the mind. It's like taking a pause to soothe your thoughts. Seneca said that we must master our mind, even if it is challenging to try something new in terms of exercise. This helps calm and soothe the mind. When we exercise, our body releases hormones that make us feel happier and more relaxed, such as serotonin and endorphins. They help reduce feelings of anxiety and depression, making us feel good and eager to repeat the experience. Thus, the desire to exercise arises from the exercise itself. So, start if you find it difficult to go to a gym or go out for a walk. Don't worry, that shouldn't be an obstacle to getting started. There is a world of free online classes on YouTube waiting for you, from meditation and yoga to home strength training, which can help you take that first step. Don't put it off or make excuses like, "I already do a lot," or "I'll see tomorrow which class interests me." Procrastinating only distances us from the mental tranquility we seek. As Seneca said, abandon all obstacles and dedicate your time to obtaining a healthy mind, for no one can achieve it if they are busy. Third remedy: embrace whatever comes to you. If we oppose reality, believing everything conspires against us, if we fight what is, we only end up suffering. Therefore, we should not wish things to be different than they are but should accept them as they are. If this is the will of nature, then so be it. This maxim guided the Stoics. Today, we have a similar saying, "Thy will be done," no matter if we call it God, nature, destiny, or whatever you prefer to name it. We must recognize that there is something greater than us and that we do not control everything that happens around us. Stop thinking that you are the center of the universe. You are not. For example, a question we have all asked is why some people are born with privileges while others barely have enough to wear and eat. This is not under our. Join our Stoicist journey at Buy Me a Coffee. Support with a donation or as a member and have a voice in our community. Every coffee fuels our mission to share wisdom. Be our pillar, make a difference today. Our control, even if you or I were born without many material and financial privileges. However, we can control how we act in life. We can learn, evolve, overcome the scarcity of poverty, and achieve our dreams. True acceptance, or acquiescence for the Stoics, is to voluntarily accept what happens in life. Zeno of Citium explains this level of acceptance with a metaphor of a dog tied to a cart. Imagine we are dogs tied to a cart, we are the dogs, and the cart represents the things in life we cannot change. The dog has a certain freedom because of the length of the rope, but when the cart moves, it has two options: fight against it and get hurt, or follow along and be well. If we think we can stop the cart or that it will never stop, we will suffer greatly. But if we accept how things are, we can adapt to the ups and downs of life and suffer less. Seneca tells us that fate leads those who accept and drags those who resist. To resist is to be dragged by life, and that is to suffer. Accepting reality and focusing on what is within our reach is the wisest choice. Fourth remedy: embrace gratitude and stop constantly seeking more. It's as if we're constantly chasing happiness as though it's a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Imagine you've always dreamed of success, fame, and recognition for your work. And when you finally achieve these goals, how do you feel? Was it as satisfying as you imagined, or were you somewhat disappointed? The truth is, even when we achieve our goals, we tend to not be completely satisfied. If we don't manage this feeling of dissatisfaction, we may start to feel envious, act in petty and selfish ways, and, worse, create a void within ourselves. You've likely felt this way before, or know someone who, despite having everything, seems not to recognize the true value of life. Always wanting more and never feeling satisfied is different from striving to improve one's life. Having goals and working to achieve them propels us forward. However, chronic dissatisfaction leads us to live under constant pressure to do more, achieve more, as if it were never enough. Our true value lies within us, not outside. Trying to fill that void with external things only makes us run in circles of dissatisfaction, never truly satisfying us. Stoicism teaches us that it is better to live simply, looking within for our true value. By controlling our desires, we avoid falling into the trap of thinking we always need more and more to be happy. Fifth remedy: maintain focus on your own path. Seneca talks about a concept called euthymia, which essentially means following your own path in life, keeping your focus away from the distractions of the past or comparisons with others. We can achieve this state of mind with discipline and confidence in ourselves and the path we have chosen. It's impossible to attain this tranquility if we don't trust that we are fulfilling our role in this life. Nowadays, we are more connected than ever, which can lead us to obsess over comparing our lives with others. When we don't spend all our time reading random comments or following celebrity gossip, we can better focus on our own development. Valuing our individual progress without comparing ourselves to others is an important lesson that Seneca teaches us. Each person has their own unique journey, and we lose focus when we start comparing ourselves. It's easy to feel pressured when we see someone becoming wealthy before 30, a digital influencer appearing to have a perfect life, or a friend investing in the stock market while we feel lost. But it's important to remember the words of Marcus Aurelius in Meditations: don't waste the rest of your life thinking about someone else's life. All these distractions take away from the firm hold on your own soul. Understanding and accepting that we are on our own path, without the need to compete or feel inferior, brings incredible freedom. The next time you feel the urge to compare yourself, stop and give thanks for your own journey. Sixth remedy, broaden your perspective. In his book Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, who was the ruler of the world's largest empire at the time, Rome, encourages us to adopt a broader view of life, similar to Plato's approach, urging us to see beyond what is immediately before us. Even from his position of great power, Marcus Aurelius reflected on how his vast empire seemed insignificant in the face of the universe as a whole. He reminds us that by stopping to focus only on what is immediately in front of us and considering the long history of humanity, we realize that many events repeat themselves. This idea is also expressed in the Bible, which tells us that generations come and go, but the earth remains forever. Reading Meditations, written over 2,000 years ago, we observe that despite changes over time, our inner essence remains relatively constant. Life continues its course, regardless of technological advances or global events. This perception brings us comfort, as we recognize that our emotions and the way we handle them are persistent aspects of the human condition. It encourages us to adopt a more humble stance and see the world more clearly. By broadening our perspective, we realize that many things we excessively value may not be as significant, while small details might hold immense value. Having a broader view of life helps us appreciate our own existence more and better understand our place in the long history of the world. Seventh remedy, everything is fleeting, so relax. How many likes, comments, or views did your post, story, or video receive? In the pursuit of social status, we often end up giving others the power to dictate how we feel, thus finding ourselves trapped in a need to act in calculated ways to gain their admiration, even avoiding certain actions to not be judged and disapproved. However, in truth, by seeking this external recognition, we become prisoners of this ceaseless quest for approval. Marcus Aurelius noted that both Alexander the Great and his chariot driver ended up the same way, buried under the same earth. An ancient saying goes, at the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back into the same box, emphasizing that glory and fame are fleeting and ephemeral. We might think that fame or popularity makes us immortal, but this is not true. With time, everything passes, no matter how important someone may seem. Stoic philosophy teaches us that nothing lasts forever. So, what truly matters? For Stoics, real value resides in being a good person, doing good work, and focusing on what we can control. We should not confuse external success with what is truly valuable, such as patience, trust, self-control, forgiveness, perseverance, courage, and integrity. What really matters is being the best we can be. Eighth remedy, face adversity head-on. Nobody feels more miserable than the one who has never faced difficulties, Seneca remarked, highlighting that such individuals never had the chance to test themselves. It's crucial to remember this when we encounter obstacles or when things don't go as planned. We should start to see these moments as opportunities, a chance to exercise our virtues. The Stoics believed that it is in obstacles that we find paths to practice excellence and, more than that, an opportunity to show our true value, even if it's just to ourselves. Epictetus stated that difficulties reveal a person's character. It is through challenges that we become better, learning to resist and persevere as mature human beings. Of course, we prefer things to happen as planned, smoothly, but life isn't like that. If we only think of the easy path, at the first obstacle, we crumble. The next time you face a difficult situation, think about how you want to react. Do you see it as an opportunity to learn and strengthen yourself, or do you succumb to frustration and see it as a reason to give up? Problems may continue to appear, but believing that they are opportunities to learn and overcome gives us more strength to face them. Ninth remedy, a new opportunity always arises. Sometimes, it's essential to remember that every day is a new chance, a new opportunity to start over. In the world of sales, there's a maxim that says a salesperson has no past, which exemplifies what Stoicism teaches us about starting anew every day. Every month, a salesperson has a new goal to reach, and it doesn't matter if the previous month was their best in sales or if they performed poorly, they need to start from zero again. Just as in nature, where the rose blooms in spring and the fruit ripens in summer, each season the cycle renews. Sometimes we feel depressed, anxious, angry, or caught up in thoughts, as if we were stuck in a repetitive situation. Before taking everything too seriously, it's important to remember that what happens to us is not unique. Many have gone through the same as us, and many more will. The Stoics faced similar challenges, and even after 2,000 years, their teachings remain relevant. It's easy to believe that our experiences are unique and that we will never overcome what happened to us, but the truth is, we are not as special as we think. What happens to us is not as significant as we imagine. Perhaps this exercise can help us not take everything so seriously, to let go of the weight of the past, and start to face each day as a new opportunity. Just like a salesperson who needs to meet their quota every month, we need to be present and start fresh each new day. A new day is a new chance to be proud of who we are. 10th remedy, looking beyond emotions. Sometimes we are overwhelmed by emotions that distort our perception of reality, leaving us anxious or depressed. For instance, when a message isn't responded to immediately, we might feel slighted when, in fact, the other person could simply be busy with tasks as mundane as taking a shower. Similarly, being ignored by a waiter might make us feel invisible or unimportant, when in reality, they could be overwhelmed with work. Consider how often we misinterpret a situation due to our emotions, escalating a simple issue to another level. The Stoics encourage us to see things more objectively, focusing on the facts and preventing emotions from distorting our view. Imagine your emotions as a thermostat, unnecessarily heating up simple situations. For example, an unanswered message quickly becomes a major drama in our minds when it could actually be a neutral situation. Stoic thinking reminds us that an event is objective, it is we who assign meaning through our judgments. We must learn to see things as they really are, without adding an emotional charge that distorts our perception. By adopting this perspective, we gain mental clarity and avoid overreacting to problems. So, the next time you face a challenge, try to see it objectively, adjusting your emotional thermostat to maintain calm. To conclude, why not choose one of these 10 remedies I've shared in this video and start practicing them this week? Remember, it is through your actions that you truly demonstrate what you've learned. Your actions speak louder about you than any philosophy or teaching you may advocate. We all face challenges and difficult emotions, and the fact that you have watched this video to the end shows that you are willing to seek tools that will help you achieve your goals. As Seneca said, life is too short to be little. Thank you very much for watching, and if you liked the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like.